What is going on, guys? JC here again with you. So exciting, hard to believe, but I actually have another device already in-house, ready to start taking a look at. That's right, I have one other device here ready to go, ready to take a look at. So excited about this device. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. So exciting! Whew. Anyway, so after some mix-up with the manufacturer and canceling my order and not being notified and having to replace an order, being charged twice, and all that kind of mumbo-jumbo, we finally have the device here in-house, ready to take a look at. So let's see what we've got. This phone right here is, wait for it, bam! The HTC 10. That's right, the HTC 10 is here in-house, ready to take a look at. I'm so excited about this phone. Oh my goodness. Whew. I've always loved HTC phones. The M8, believe it or not, was one of my favorite phones. A lot of people gave that phone a lot of hate, but I really liked that phone. The M7 was kind of a revolutionized smartphone design for a while. And then with the M8, the M9 honestly wasn't that great of an update over the M8. So if you had the M8, it was a great phone, and the M9 was like, oh, okay, whatever. But now we have the 10, the HTC 10. There's no M this time. It's just HTC 10. There's been a lot of good press about this phone. A lot of hype, a lot of excitement. They say they finally fixed one of the pain points, which is the camera. The camera, the past couple models has been kind of lacking. They claim they fixed it, and so they claim that they've done a lot of good stuff on the camera. HTC has always been great about sound. The boom sound was kind of a big thing that the M7 kind of pioneered the phase or the time of front-facing speakers, and it was amazing. The speakers on the M8, for my part, were pretty awesome. Speakers on the M7 were good. Speakers on the M8 were better. Speakers on the M9, not so much. But they've done something a little different on the speakers on the HTC 10, but we'll get to that in a second. But first, let's see what we've got. What's this phone made of right here? Can you guys see that? No. All right, so we've got a Snapdragon 820 processor. That's right. You got an 820 processor in this guy. 5.2 Quad HD display. I don't know if you guys can read that. I'm having a hard time reading it right here. 4 gigabytes of RAM. Micro SD card up to 2 terabytes. 12 megapixel camera, which again, they've claimed they've done a lot of work on the camera. 5 megapixel front-facing camera with OIS, which they claim is the world's first smartphone to have OIS on the front-facing camera. It's kind of cool. All the other bunch of mumbo-jumbo. But that is that. So let's actually get into the box and see what we've got. Let me open this bad boy right here. So awesome. That was sexy. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this phone, you guys. Oh my goodness, get off. All right, we don't like plastic wrap. We do because it kind of helps me put that away. Safety first, kids. Safety first. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness, so amazing. Look at that, very clean packaging, right? You open the box, slide the top off, and it's just, bam, just a phone. So let's see if we can pull this up right here. All right, this tab's got a little glue on it. But bam, there's the HTC 10. Oh my goodness, so pretty. So I got it in glacial silver. It also comes in gray if you just like standard gray stuff on phones. So let's get all that off of there. You don't need any of that. Now, HTC's design has always been incredible. They've always had some of the best designed hardware. That's kind of what they've been known for. And the HTC 10 appears to be the same, like no exception to that rule. So it's hard to see in this camera, but it's beautifully curved right here. 2.5D just kind of meshes right into the sides over here. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. It feels glorious in the hand. Kind of a big chamfered edge. There's one thing that kind of designed and inspired by light. So you can see the way the light kind of shines off there. Big chamfered edge, but it looks gorgeous. Feels great in the hand like it always does. Not too heavy. It's actually really light for a metal phone, which is really cool. Sometimes metal phones can be kind of heavy, but this guy is actually pretty light, you know. So let's get that sticker off there. We don't need stickers. Stickers are not cool. All right, oh my gosh, this phone just feels amazing, guys. This phone is so... I'm in love already, and I haven't even turned it on yet. Oh my god, this is amazing. So over here we have power button. All right, so it's a little bit textured, okay, kind of a textured power button, so you don't miss it. Volume rocker over here, which is kind of cool. Either SIM card or SD card slot, not sure which one's which, and on the other side you got the other one, right? Bam, look at that. On the bottom, USB-C charging port. Now this right here, kind of cool. So this is the kind of the subwoofer or like the bass, you know, kind of the bottom tones, and then up here is going to be the top, the tweeter. So that HTC has always done, like I said, they've done dual front-facing speakers starting on the M7, which they kind of pioneered. But then For the HTC 10, they decided to do something a little different. And so they divided the high end and the low end. So they did high end up here at the top, and then down here is going to be the low end with the bass and the speakers and the subwoofer and all that stuff. Early reports say it's really, really well done. So we'll have to see. Take a look. On the back, you got your 12 megapixel camera with your laser autofocus. Beep, 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 beep. Star Wars laser autofocus. And then your two-tone LED flash. Sorry, guys. I'm a little excited about this phone. That's why I'm so hyper right now. Let's actually turn it on while we're doing that. Bam! HTC. Let that boot up a little bit. Let's see what else. What other goodies we have in the box. Ooh. Ooh, pretty. What is this we got here? Alright, so this appears to be... I guess that's a SIM tool, maybe? Or that's just... No, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, there it is. Boom. Huh, that's kind of a cool SIM tool. It says HTC right there. Boom. HTC. You can see that. And it slides in right there. That's kind of a cool SIM pin. What else we got in here? We got legal mumbo jumbo. Yes, that nobody cares or has time to read. So we can put those over there. What else we got? In here we have, if I can open it, bam! Just regular wall wart with a USB-B. And then USB-C charging cable. Is there anything else in here? There's nothing else in the box. So that is the box. Awesome. Thanks, HTC. So now let's see the phone boot up real quick. So exciting. So no headphones in the box. A little disappointing. Yeah. Ooh, pretty. No headphones in the box. A little disappointing. But you know what? We will survive and we will do all right. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Also on the bottom, it's kind of hard to see. Maybe I get, there it is. Boom. Fingerprint sensor right there. Fingerprint scanner. So cool. Apparently the fingerprint scanner on the HTC A9, which came out last year, was really, really good. And they've apparently put the same HTC sensor, or excuse me, the same fingerprint sensor in here. So let's see if that's true. And let me see, let me pop these bad boys open and see which side is which, actually. Use my SIM tool over here. So on the left side over here, we've got, this looks like the SD card slot. Yeah, that's going to be your SD card slot right there on the left-hand side here. Put that back in right there. And then on the right-hand side, let's see what we got over here. This is going to be your SIM card slot. Yay! So let me get my SIM card all squared away in there. Alright. Give me a second. Let me get this figured out, and I'll be right back with you. Okay? Okay. Alright guys, and we're back. So the phone's taking a little while to boot up, I guess because it's starting all those Android apps. So right now we're on 37 of 65, so we're about halfway done. So real quick, just talk a little bit more about the HTC 10. So again, the big hype for this one was HTC's always done great hardware. Okay, so that really hasn't changed. They've kind of stayed with a similar design to the M8 and the M9, if you're familiar with those. You've seen those, kind of a similar design here, but they've gone this extra big chamfer here, which is actually really pretty. Guys, I'm amazed at how light this phone is in the hand. Like, this phone does not weigh a lot. It's amazing. Oh, it feels so good. So the screen just kind of really just melts right into the sides of the display, which is so great. Yeah, so the things they claim they've worked on is the camera. So we'll see how that goes. The camera on the M8 was like the M8 had a 4 ultra pixel camera, which they tried to use like a bigger, all this kind of stuff, and it didn't really end up working out very well. The M9, they tried to go megapixels, and they went to like a 20 megapixel sensor, but again, it wasn't that great. So they've gone back to 12. But they've done a lot of work. They've added OIS. They've done a lot of tweaking to make the camera just solid. And according to early impressions, they've done a great job of that. Again, 5 megapixel front-facing camera with OIS. So OIS is optical image stabilization. For those of you that don't know, and what it does is it just provides a little more stable platform, I guess. So when you'll notice it when you're shooting videos and pictures, they're less shaky, let in a little more light. So really excited to try out you got capacitive keys down here, so instead of the actual hard keys underneath down there, you got your speaker up top over here. We're almost done booting up. So they've really improved the camera. HTC's really done well with the camera. They've always done well with speakers. We'll see how those go. Again, early signs show awesome speakers, but we'll have to wait and see. So what I'm going to do, finishing boot. Bum, ba-dum, 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 bum. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spend the next, several days, next couple weeks using this guy, just running it through its paces, seeing, hey, how does this phone hold up for me in day-to-day usage? How do I like the phone? How does it work for me? To use a new SIM card, restart my phone. Let's not take forever to do that. So, That's it for the unboxing video. You guys stay tuned. I'll give you a quick software rundown in the next video and kind of give you an overview of what HTC has done. If you know and love HTC, I think you're really going to like this phone. But that's it for me this time, guys. Sorry I went a little long. I'll try to keep it short next time. But stay tuned for a software overview of the HTC 10. Peace.